Top of morning, ladies. My name is Chez, and welcome to the custom card review. I think I'm the only one that is making custom card reviews streams or videos on YouTube, because I noticed that the Dual Logs has not been like posting like custom cards videos on YouTube for a while. So in today's video, I am going to go over the custom cards of vendread. I always start with the monsters, and I'm also mixed the custom cards with real game cards in real life things. So yeah. So we start with the monsters, spells, and then if there's any trap cards. So yeah. So we start with, like in the previous video that I made, was go over because they all have like themes of this Resident Evil, like the Doctor, the Vendread, or Dr. Vendread, is a basically reputation of this guy. So yeah, I was trying to draw how he looks like, but more cartoony version of him, if he was ever a cartoonish thing. So yeah, but this card is like shuffle 2 zombie type monsters from your graveyard or banner zone to your deck. Is definitely, I looked and I made sure that it's like the same thing as cores, because in the Resident Evil, this guy brought the virus, Zika virus or whatever, that into light. Yeah. So that's what he's kinda is. But instead of like banishing them like it is like Vendread Core does, he shuffles them into the deck. So basically, yeah, how he sometimes wanted to bring the test subjects back to the facility. It also references it in its effect. Do you see this cage right here? To the vial of that? Yeah. So, if he dies, yeah. But it has the given effect. Basically, like, if he transforms into the so actually the one that like shuffles it, he basically was trying to bring in the. It's like that. But it gives the effect is like that kind. How it core. So yeah. Red beasts are basically the. Or actually, this card is crazy. But this one is basically like in vendread series. Or no, Evil. Or Resident Evil series where those big creatures with showing their brains, tongues sticking out, and they have claws. Like finger claws, toad claws. Yeah, like these guys right here. So, yeah, let's go over their effects, shall we? Once per turn, you can inflict damage to your opponent's life points. For each vendread monster or card from the graveyard and mana zone, it is like the same thing as how the that creature, how it attacks, like tears people up. Yeah, but this one and inflicts damage to your opponent's life points actually, and its effects cannot be negated by card effects. And if this card is used for like a vendread monster, it gains this following effect. This card makes 4 attacks per battle. So, how the red beast sometimes likes to come and attack 4 times, or it depends on how many people. No? And if you combined it with Anima, you could easily banish all of the cards earned with just like one card instant win thing. So yeah, and if this card is sent to the grave, you can special summon as many monsters from anywhere to your field in attack mode. So yeah, this card earns basically, you don't just see one of these, you see like 3 or 4 or like 5 or hundreds of them. Yeah, you don't just see one, you see like 5 or 10 crawling around. Yeah. So the next card is actually the one that I made, because I don't know if there's a. It's basically like a how Dr. Vendread is, but this is like the big boy one. So let's see. Oh, never mind. It's basically like a scientist that works with. So yeah, this card is in. So it's a pendulum effect. Allows it to basically, your opponent can't destroy cards or spells and trap cards from your like card zone and with card effects, and yeah, it gives like these overpowered stuff. And then Squid, I actually kind of feel bad for Vendread Squid because I made the card and it vendread squid and has the, like, its pendulum effect. That's it. And like 500 defense. Because why the heck not? Because this card, or it's like story, is actually on the bottom. It's like the normal effect of this zombie lives in the sea with his undead friends, and he loved the card that I showed you earlier, Anima. But she pranks him so many times. He actually left her to love someone else instead. So basically, what he can do, he loves it, or he fell in love with the girl with the big long hand, that's in the background. You know which one I'm talking about. The only girl that I see is right there. He ends up falling in love with her, and she falls in love with him. Yeah. And then, yeah, and I don't know if there's a squid for it. This is what I was picturing in my head when I made this card. So, yeah. Then vendread buggy theme is basically a stopper to annoying people. Like, if your opponent, like, because some cards are like, you can activate this on your opponent's turn or like do something. Yeah. But you can also use it, and its pendulum effect is like its banish effect, basically. So, yeah. And you can basically pay 100 life points and to destroy or negate and destroy. And if this card leaves the field or battle zone, you can instant win the duel. So, yeah. Basically, your opponent is in a pickle when your turn is on. Like, what cards should I use for example? Dragon Maids. Yeah. So, yeah, Dragon Maids, Hanes, they, like, allow you to basically use it on your opponent's turn. So, yeah. Or Ash Blossom. If someone, like, uses Ash Blossom on you, you have that card, pay 100 life points. Get that card out of here. Or negate that card. Yeah. So, yeah. And then there's 2 new ones. Or actually 3 or 4 from the last video. So, I decided to make it a ritual monster because there's not a, like, it's super hard to bring out, to be honest with you. Oh, and yeah, he yeah, he brings out if you are a vendread player that plays with this card in your deck, if it was ever real card, you can basically extend your plays. Actually, draw 2 cards and add 1 card to from your hand to the deck, and yeah, once per turn, if this card attacks, you can discard the card. Yeah, 1 card from the top of you or from your deck to the grave to banish all cards from your opponent's hand and field. It's basically like how in the anime of Yu-Gi-Oh, where a worm comes up and it ate some random Yu-Gi-Oh card and yeah. And you can, if this card was attacked, you can use its quick effect to pay 100 life points, initial, to negate it, and end your opponent's turn. So basically, your opponent is in a pickle. If you use if you use horn or this card or revidence and because it's a level 11 monster, I forgot to mention. So basically, level 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So basically, if you use it to bring out all of them, basically your opponent can't do nothing. But there's a combo. If you use the one that was previously, like Dr. Vendread, with core, that makes 5, 6, 7, 8. And you use this one, 8, 9, 10, 11. You basically instant win the duel. Because this card's primarily focused on more defense. Yeah, so now we move on to vendread Pyramid Head. So, this is what they actual try to design to. Yeah, so, and they put ketchup because I thought it was like vinegar or wine thing. And, yeah. Plus it it needs something to make it level 12. It's like a previous card, this one. But you need 3 level 4s. 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah. So all 4 of them creates that one is basically it allows you to banish the special summon monster. It can also attack 4 times, and it also allows you to basically your opponent can attack with it and it can't be destroyed by card effects. So yeah, and now we move on to another support card called Vendread Mummy. Ooh. Dark, level 4, with like zombie effect monster with 1800 attack and 500 defense. In my defense, you can banish one card from your opponent's graveyard to special summon this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. If this card is attacks a monster before damage calculations, you can add one vendread card from anywhere to your hand to equip any monster. Equip any monster destroyed by battle with this card instead of going to the graveyard. So yeah, this card is basically a crazy rip your brain out. That's what it's doing in the card artwork. Not really, but and if it's attacked by a monster, you can tribute the equipped monster instead of this card. So basically, send it to a grave to negate that attack and end their turn. Earn a vendread monster ritual summons using this card gains this following effect. You can only use this effect for once per turn. So this card's before battle damage calculations, you can basically pay 500 or 100 life points, banish all cards from your opponent's field and hand, and their effects are negated until this card leaves the field. So basically, yeah. And the final new card is called Vendread Cure. It's basically if Resident Evil had a cure to basically cure all these zombies from it. You can activate one of these effects. Special summon when any vampire monsters or vendread monsters from anywhere, like banish or graveyard to your field, but they cannot be destroyed by battle or by card effects. And their type becomes warrior until the end of your third turn. So basically, if your opponent wanted to play using a hero deck, basically has a card that's probably in custom card duel, probably there's ones that allow you to only play with this. Yeah, you can. The second effect is you can add one vendread ritual monster and one vendread spell card from anywhere to your field. And the final one, the third and final one, is your opponent loses 500 life points for each vendread card from your graveyard and or battle zone. And then you draw 2 cards from the top of your deck to your hand for each vendread card from anywhere. If this card is sent to the grave, can select all cards from your opponent's or from your deck graveyard or and banish them to your deck. Shovel it. Then draw 4 cards from the top of your deck. And then you can draw 2 cards from your hand into your deck and shovel it. So basically, if you wanted to draw like bad card, select 2, boom, that's it. But I would rather go for the first effect to just swarm and have a warrior on the field to like basically use like warrior cards. And now so yeah, some of these have like makes these guys like vendread slaver. I think that's how you pronounce his name. And revenge extra. Or like revenge dread. Like this card. Or to make them all broken. Like, yeah, you could use this to like pay 1,000 life points or 100 life point or hints to like banish all cards. And if they special summon any cards, you can use this effect. Yeah. Basically, possibilities are endless with it. You could make it have... You could use it to make a pizza pocket thing. And its support is crazy. Like, you could make this into like using core and using this. So yeah, it would be unaffected by card effects, and your opponent can't declare an attack on it. And you can't take no damage from it. So yeah, you could make this card into a beast. Like a real life beast. If you use like vendread origins on it. Because I played with the card called vendread something. It was the one that like the revenge dread slayer reps the heart out of this guy's chest. Kind. This card earn. Because I have played it and it destroys the ritual monster at the end of the battle phase. Or end of the turn. So, yeah. You could also make this guy, or like, if it was like, what if you had core than this on the field. You could use a ritual card to basically make this card have 4 attacks. If it was like attacks your opponent directly for 4, like basically times 23 is 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. My brain's not working today. So yeah, it gets a lot of like damage to your opponent. And with core, your opponent can't do nothing to it. But let's say if it was used to bring out this guy, you need this. That's 4, 8, because it's to bring it out, and it would have been like has I'm trying to do my math. So yeah, 4 times, and then there's run your opponent that can't declare attack, but they can use their effects X unless there's a level 9 monster. So I'm gonna count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's level 8. If I have to make a level 9 monster, I would. So yeah. That's why I made 2 new ritual ones. The vendread big worm, its effects are basically allows you to draw 2 cards from the top of the deck and shuffle 1, and then basically attack, defense, attack. Yeah. But they are super hard to bring out because you have to do your math of 4 plus 4 plus 3 plus 1 equals 4. So that's 10, 11, 12. Or wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Or 11. Because if you use like this, that's 4. Or is that birds? 3, 4. Or no. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you used 9, 10, 11 to create this one. That would have been allow you to basically do craziest plays that you ever could see. Like you can pop 1 monster and 1 spell per turn. So basically, like you can basically pop anything off. Oh, and you can also, after damage calculations, you can draw 1 card and discard 2. Or 1. And then, yeah. This cord protects ya. And this, you could actually banish all the craziest plays. Like, if your opponent had, like, something like monarchs or something too crazy for you to handle, just use them to bring out all of them. And, like, plus, if you're in a tight pickle and your opponent was playing on your turn, you can basically pay 100 life points to negate the card effects or summoning on your turn. And let's say if your opponent decides to remove it from the banish zone to your graveyard turn, you win the duel, actually. It has instant win the duel. I know how pendulum cards work, but because I love the old classic ones, but the newer like engines to it is like we have pendulums, we have XYZs, we have links, all that stuff. But I would rather go for the old classic ones. But this one, it's my first time actually making these cards. Or making, like, the pendulum monster that's not, like, a pendulum card. It was more of, like, a banish effect kind of card. So, sorry. I wasn't eating chips. I was picking my nose. Yeah. So, yeah. And these cards, if they were printed, like the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, I forgot about vendread breakout. Oh, dang. This spell card will allow me, or will allow players to activate it to special summon any number of vendreads, no matter how many. Like, you could just summon 4 of, like, different ones, like vendread hounds, receiver evidence, and anima, because that would have been like 8 right off the bat. And if so, yeah. Or actually, not anima. I meant vendread core. That would have been basically broken. How broken are you talking about? It's so broken that even the, like, it's crazy plays. You can, if you had like level 8 monster, you could use the spell card during the same turn. And yeah. And if this card is, and you can also bring all the cards back if it's got destroyed. So yeah. It's basically, that's how broken it is. So, peace out, y'all. And if you like these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If you like these 10 cards, please leave a like, share, subscribe, and yeah, go check out the dual logs. I don't think he is doing custom cards on YouTube anymore. That's what I think. Because with so much negative on YouTube, it's like, go to his channel and ask him, or like, be polite to him, okay? He might bring it back. So, the custom card Wednesdays. Funny enough, today is Wednesday, so he's probably doing like the boring custom, or not custom cards, boring Master Duels thing. So yeah, go go over to his channel. Say positive things to him, like, you look very nice today, and did you do something with your hair? I can never tell. So, like that. Okay? So, kill him with kindness. Not literally. Okay? So, yeah. And let me see. I'm over at his channel right now, and yeah. He did the custom card streams 1 year ago. So, go check out him and his channel will be, or his user, or his name thing, like the searching part, will be in this description. And be kind to him. I don't want to hear any hateful messages like he sucks and all that stuff. Because me and him, I mostly watch his videos because of, he's a quite entertaining guy, I may say. And yes, I am saying this because sometimes people go over there and there's a lot of negative. Like, why should I subscribe to him? Because he doesn't review my custom cards. Well, it supports him. So, and I'm here for to support my good friends. Okay? So no negative stuff, okay? Promise? Deal? So, bye.